JJ Jinx!
Truck Stop Knives!
So I was curious about the world of tactical pens. I've seen them around on various online catalogs, and most of them don't really do anything, I've noticed. They just kind of look tactical, but they're really just heavy metal pens with some knurling on them. Kind of like this one, which is made by Uzi. For some reason, they make a lot of these tactical pens, and there's like usually a glass breaker, maybe a blade somewhere, but that's about it. Now, I'm not knocking it. A lot of people really like these pens, and that's fine, but I kind of wanted something more out of one, more than just like a big heavy metal pen. But I wasn't sure if something like that even existed until now. Feast your eyes on Willuck. So this is something that I spotted on Amazon, and it wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 10 or 12 bucks. But there was a lot more to it than just a writing tool. So let's see what's inside. Well, we are presented with a whole bunch of stuff. First of all, you might notice this white piece of paper, and it's got a familiar looking tool on it. This is one of those credit card tools, which are, for the most part, extremely useless. Then we get this blue thing. Willuck. Will be lucky forever. Love. No matter where you are, I'll always be with you. Oh, thanks, Willuck. Will. And then we get this little diagram showing you all the parts of the pen and the materials. This is the Model DX5 in gray. They have some different colors. Structure. The structure of tactical pen can be divided into ballpoint pen, emergency whistle, multi-tool head, compass, glass breaker, and fire starter. Material. The tactical pen is made of aviation aluminum and steel. Aviation aluminum doesn't really mean anything. It's just an aluminum alloy, but there are thousands of them. Same thing with steel. There are lots and lots of different types of steel, but whatever. Of course, include one of these little card tools. Now, if you've never seen one of these before, you can get them at Walmart for like a couple of bucks. There's this cutting blade and a saw, so you can do some logging. There's various hex screw things on here, although I never really understood how you're supposed to use those, because it's like you put that around a screw, right? And then what do? You take your hand and you either have to saw your hand or cut your hand. Anyway, let's set that aside. And in this little pocket right here, you get refills for the actual pen. They don't really give you much ink, so if you want to primarily use this as a pen, don't count on it for too long. The pen itself. The way this works is you unscrew a bunch of pieces, and there are compartments with all the tools inside. It does have a pocket clip. It is a high ride tip down only. And right at the top here, you got yourself a whistle. Kind of sounds like you're making tea. So the very bottom of this thing has a compass, and it actually does point in the correct direction. That is north over there. So you unscrew the compass to reveal. It actually does have kind of a sharp point. It tickles when you do this. So it's also a tickler. Compass. Tickler. And so after those two pieces come off, now you get your pen. I am astounded at how inconvenient this is. They could have very easily put threaded screws up here and let you put your pen cap up here, but no, it's got to roll around and get lost somewhere. J. Jinx. Truck Stop Knives. Unscrewing the pen reveals the next item, which is one of those fire strikers, a ferro rod. You can actually write just with this thing. How do you refill the ink, though? Let's see. Oh, the ferro rod itself is threaded. Well, that's cool. And then, it just fell out. Oh, and it's got a spring. Okay, so it's a spring-loaded stick of ink. One thing I should probably point out is that each compartment is sealed with a rubber O-ring. And let's look at the next compartment. Ah, the multi-tool. I want you to have a look at this thing for a moment. What we've got is a flathead screwdriver, a hex screwdriver, a cap lifter, and a saw? Wait, no way. It's calling this a multi-tool head, so can't really do a lot of damage with that now, can we? And then the last piece, that's just the whistle. So let's see if we can get some sparks off of this thing. You know what? I'm gonna build myself a handle. Built myself a little extension. Let's wear off the edge a little bit. There we go. Oh, a little bit. Spark or two. It's not impressive, but yeah, if you wear away more of the paint, then you'll get a really nice... Oh, hey. I wonder how big I can get it with this hex screw. Maybe that's what that's for. Let's see what this does. Yeah, that's not really working. Oh well. So you can throw away the useless parts and have a smaller pen. Oh, hello. Oh, the tool comes off too. And after all that striking, the multi-tool head is now bent. Fantastic. It's a feature. Did I put this together wrong? Wait a minute. Well, instead of a pen, you can just have a really long ferro rod handle. So how would I rate this thing? The Willuck Tactical Pen. It's not my thing. I don't really like it. It's too heavy to really write comfortably with. And all the tools, with maybe the exception of the compass, are kind of useless. So it's a neat idea. It's just not executed very well. I like the idea of this compartmentalization of tools. I would like to see one of these built without the pen aspect to it. It's sort of like you're forcing functionality into something that kind of makes it not work. It is not greater than the sum of its parts. However, I do like the sentimental note that came with the pen. And the packaging isn't bad. It's foam board. And it would make a nice gift for somebody if they were into this kind of thing. I'm going to see how quickly I can take it apart and put it back together again. Ready? Now I'll scramble it up. And go. Oh, fucked it up already. I just wrote all over my finger.